this is another video of Super Mario Maker 2. In this video, we're going to cover all about some tips while making a level. So, as you can see, this is an example of a tip, and I'll be showing you more examples in this level design. So we're going to press on Make, and it's pretty short design because first tip, you don't want to make your player die immediately, like something like this. Don't make your player die immediately. Same for other things like trolls. Like for example, if we switched it to Super Mario 3D World, it would get rid of everything. And if we put like an exclamation block, like that's not a troll one. This is a troll one. So like something like this, don't make it like that. That is such a troll level. If we just undo our action, I can show you the next section I created in New Super Mario Bros. So instead of just dying by all these munchers, let's erase all these guys. So also you don't want to make a level too hard for inexperienced players who don't know how to play this game. That is similar to making troll levels, but it's not really similar. It's just the difference between making a hard level for people who don't know exactly how to play and tricking people by making a troll level for them. Even if inexperienced players get the mushroom, it's still going to be difficult because you're going to have to control all of these. So, got to be really careful. So remember this. The first thing you want to do, don't make a troll level for people, and also don't make a level too hard for inexperienced people who do not know how to play the game. So, we can try out some other styles to fit your levels. Second tip, be sure to get your level a scene. It doesn't have to be underground, it could be sky. Choose the right scene for your level. It doesn't have to be like a random scene, because if I just choose a random scene, for example, I'm in a sky palace, I choose a castle. That doesn't make any sense. So, choose the correct scene. You can also use checkpoint flags here. I mean, it's the start of the level, so it doesn't really matter. So we can build a level to just use most of the parts to explain some of the tips. There's a lot of tips in Super Mario Maker 2. This video is just covering on some of them. So we can build a level. Here's a level that I would want to build. And it's gonna be pretty much the entire level. Make coins fancy. We can also do something like this. Here's a simple level that people will make during the time. popular guys to just make my level cool. Not make my level like a troll level or something like make my level difficult, like for example like that. Put a super mushroom and you can see it's just a... So after you made some of your level, you can try it out. It's jumping wiggler time. Of course I just got hurt by all of that. So for example, after this part, you can like experiment with other things or make your level cool with other things. What I'm gonna do for my level is put so much spikes, make these lifts as small as they can be. And the next thing I wanted to do is make this lift the longest. To put 2 of these wheelers. Here we go. So now you can see this is a purple level to do. Oops. That is not what I wanted to do. There's so many things you can do in a level. This is just an example of a level. So of course I cannot put stuff. I can jump up here and see what the hidden secret of this is. And this can be a one-up mushroom. Or if you make people found a secret, you can reward them with some extra money. So here we can just have some clapping hands. Actually, I want the clapping hands over here. And we'll just put some kind of melee thing once you grab the 10 coins. So after that, this is what I've seen for most people. After all of the tough things, you get a checkpoint over here. But we're getting close to the end of the level, so you don't need a checkpoint. If you want to put a checkpoint, increase the size of the level just by a little bit, and if you need more room, increase it even more. So right now, I mean, it's just the beginning of the level, so we can just put a little bit of a checkpoint over here. And you can make some cool things out of it as well. So there's lots of things you can do in Super Mario Maker 2. There's lots of tips and cool things, cool tricks, cool abilities you can do in Super Mario Maker 2. And this is some cool things, so I just explained a few tips. This is some cool things you can do, and I'll be showing some more cool things. If I make it into Super Mario. So that's too high. So, you know, you can just kind of experiment with it. Don't. So it's a checkpoint. I mean, this is just an example of how you can make a cool level out of Super Mario Maker 2. Some other cool things you can do is we change it to Super Mario 3D World, and it's different colored blocks. So some cool things you can do is like add a conveyor belt over here and use the switches. And of course this conveyor belt is not, so you need to add the red marker sign over here. This is the cool things you can put in your level, adding a conveyor belt. And if you want to make it even faster, I just removed it, do this, and then do that. This is the max speed you can go for a conveyor belt, and it's gonna become very hard for you to press the switch if you're not careful, and of course, you're done. Some other cool things you can do is like make players the ability to time things. So if I multi-graph, copy all of these, switch them to red again. I just want to make some timing skills. Here are some things that I found useful with gizmos. All these other things are cool, but like I like these the best. I also like these ones and the snake blocks because when the player ground pounds or steps on them, it moves. I like this. It creates like a whole like flooring. And then the snake block. So many things, but I'm not going to show all of them. Here's like some trees that are decorations. Like you can also put some coins in the trees, but cannot put like enemies or other stuff in here. Put things in the trees, and then once you climb on the trees, things will pop out once you put stuff in here. You can also put some power-ups, but the only thing you can't put is enemies, unfortunately. It would be so cool if you can do that, just to like for your players to tell that actually it's a death trap instead of a good thing while climbing a tree. Some of the terrain I found most useful is, this is something very new. It's not from the new update, but it's the transparent pipes that you can go through and so two things you can do with it. Go through it by yourself. Or even cooler, you can watch what happens. Oops. So I can't go through pipes that are half blocked, so unfortunately I need to move this thing over here. Remove that thing. And then for the same thing, block the Goomba. I can do something like this. And if I want even more fun, watch how fun this is. I can cross path it. Very fun. But don't let it get you from the other side once you do not go through the clear pipe. So you can just play around with all of these. You can also do it for an enemy, but you can see the power up. So many things you can do it with. Only the moving things would interact with the clear pipes. Otherwise, you cannot cross path it because the thing is not moving, so it's not going into the clear pipe. Also, like Super Mario 3D World, you only have one semi-solid platform, and these semi-solid platforms compare from all the other 4 game styles. These semi-solid platforms can still overlap the ground from below, but like they'll have problems overlapping from above, so you can't do that unless if you want to make your level look ugly, you can just do that. But still, if a player was arguing about that, it doesn't let you to put anything over here, so even though I try, it doesn't let me to do that. Another thing different about Super Mario 3D World is these donut blocks. These donut blocks, you stand on and they fall. That's the same, but you can watch this what happens. Unfortunately, I will fall after the first hit, so I need to put some ground here. Uh-oh, I'm trapped. I can't go above. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Oh my gosh. I've gotten myself trapped in a very awkward situation. So you can say, oh my gosh, I'm such a dingus. I don't know that Super Mario 3D World donut blocks, once you go down them, you're trapped because you cannot go through donut blocks. Unlike the other 4 styles, you will see the difference. And I'll prove that to you if I'm correct. Watch this. I can go through them. Down we go, through we go. Down we go, through we go. So I like I kind of like the Cat Mario because you can scratch stuff. And it's different from the fire ability, so Mario has another ability, scratching with his paws. I also like the other power-ups, but I think this one was my favorite power-up once the game was released. But now it wasn't my favorite power-up. The boomerang flower which I'll be talking in a later episode, is my favorite power from the new update. These are my second favorite because you have different abilities as well. Some enemies I like from this is the Piranha Creeper. You can change them to do two different things. I also like the Hammer Bros. Hammer Bros, you can change them to Fire Bros, of course. I kind of also like the Swamps, which squishes you if one take down. I also like how enemies react in this style. So instead of just throwing your magic, they do some action, you see that turning. So I love that. I love Koopa Troopa car of course. Why would I not want that? You can draw. I also like the lava monster, and we're gonna immediately switch the scene to a castle, not to a forest, a castle. Forest, it also has some kind of some water, but this will make the most sense to use a lava monster. So 3 is the limit. Basically, we come out of the lava. Oh gosh. I also like the Porky-Puffers, of course. They eat you. One hit takedown. Oh. They eat you in one hit. There's some other things I like in this, but I pretty much like Super Mario 3D World. All the other game styles I like as well. So here are some cool things you can do. Also, I want to show a replica of a friend's level that I made a long time ago. So go to my friend's account. I got some ideas from Luigi's Mansion 3, but the one that I made was a little bit similar, but not really. Well, you can, once I show it to you, it looks kind of like it, but it doesn't have all the bosses in Luigi's Mansion 3, and like I said, that you cannot make all the bosses in Luigi's Mansion 3 to Super Mario Maker 2, because it will be very tough to make, and it will take lots of effort. It might take you to about very lots of days to complete it, and you have to have critical and deep thinking of space and enemy. So this is just a making editing thing, so I'm just going to showcase it. As you can see in the screen, it says Doom, D-O-O-M, with a bunch of scary windows and platforms. I did not input a description for this, but couldn't think of one description. So basically, this is the art creation I made for this a long time ago. As you can see, we have lots of time, so we don't need to worry. This is the outside of the hotel. I tried to make it with mushroom platforms, semi-solid platforms, and from the new update, the P-Blocks. So I go through the warp door. entrance to the hotel. It looks very happy. Here are some like mushrooms you can eat. Here are like some other things you can eat. And here's the top of the hotel. I put them all in some tracks. And these semi-solid things are like some kind of decoration to make the hotel much more exciting and impressive. So how do I get up there? Oh no, the switch is not turned, so the stairs, you cannot climb up the stairs. But it's a good thing because you won't fall into a death hole if you had that switch turn the opposite thing. So add some cool sound effects. You get a mushroom and you get your first ability. More sound effects. Now over here, I pretend to be the ghost fire telephone thing. Here's a conveyor belt to unload all of your luggages if you're going on a vacation. If I press the switch, I cannot press it again because I already pressed it. And the reason why there's one same semi-solid and two different ones like that looked like pillars is because this is a design that I made to be recognized as the elevator, of course. So here is my recreation of Luigi's room. Here's a thing that just pushes you back. And I made semi-solids to represent all of the windows to make this absolutely look like a hotel. The semi-solids in Luigi's room look a little bit different because it's a room, it looks like a chamber. So be sure to hit this one. If you hit the one beside it, you'll end up with a bunch of ghosts, so you gotta be very careful. And here's some like music notes to have fun. I put fireworks. So I accidentally threw that, so basically I'm gonna like restart it because I already messed up. I misclicked a button. So we already go through all of this thing. Uh-oh, I forgot to grab the mushroom. Okay, but that's fine because I did put some other power-ups in this level as well. So you go through the elevator. This time I'm gonna try to do it properly, not just being messed up like the other time where I just like threw the accidentally power block thing. Did this. Do that. Make sure to grab on it. This is supposed to be Luigi's bed. I made it green because so you gotta be careful. And it was cool because you went into a ghost pipe. So you gotta be really careful over here. And this is the reason and explanation of why I needed that power block to go through here. Once you kill that evil Muncher guy, you recognize a sound of effect of doom. And here is the first boss fight that I made throughout this whole hotel. So I need like another mushroom to escort my way through all of that. So it's gonna take me a while to do that. Good thing I died the first time, because I'll be very rushed in time, so the first boss fight is just about like some of like the boos and the bum-bums. Okay. So I gotta time when the bum-bums are shooting from that cannon. So I gotta run really quickly and then just move it like. And once I explode some bricks, you will notice the clatter sound effect. Do that. And I'll get my superstar. I had to kill all of these boos. Before my star disappears, because I only have a limit of time. And it seems just about enough time to destroy these guys. So I go through this pipe, and here's the final boss, because I skipped it. So that's why I say it's like a little bit similar, but not really similar. Okay, so I only got like 5 more minutes to record, so this is like a boss. So because you'll see the final sign once I go through this pipe. And there's like semi-solid to represent windows all over this hotel. And then here's a scene where you can have fun, and you get stuck over here. You get the firefly, and you can see final. Don't forget here you have a little secret one up, and you can see Bowser's fireball raging over to the other side of the screen. Now I gotta be really careful when I'm battling Bowser, because I only have like, so I'm gonna try to do this without messing up. So now I've lost it. So let me just get a quick recap of where I left off to do a better job, because like he's just jumping all over the place. So I give myself the firefly, and then here's where I left off, because I don't want to start from the whole beginning to show guys. He keeps stumbling. You gotta be careful when he's I got stunned again. So I got rid of Bowser, but the boss music is still on. You gotta be careful because you don't want to trap yourself. Just grab the P-switch in the teeny tiny little corner. First crouch, you'll see a hidden block over here. Then you notice a power block. So that way you can like kill the muncher, and I'm gonna time it. So I go through it. Basically, that's the end of the level. So, whee, boom, you get 50 extra coins. Go down the pipe, and you're out of the hotel. This is like my exit of the hotel. I put some trees to make you see the you can't see the whole thing, but you can see some. And basically, that's the end of the level. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, that is great. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And by the way, we'll talk about some of the new update next video. So see you.